Welcome, Pathfinders. We're here at PaizoCon. I am joined with Scott from Colorado. We just finished our first playtest of the the Pathfinder Playtest system. So, Scott, what are your first thoughts on this?
I loved it. It's great. The action system plays super smooth, and the various actions that each class can take feel significantly different from each other. Class to class, and it gives everybody something to do all the time.
Awesome.
Even if that's 3 actions, that's 3 move actions, that's 3 move actions. You can hit somebody 3 times. It's great. It's great.
Awesome. And have you played an Alchemist for the playtest? Have you played an Alchemist before?
No, this is my first time playing an Alchemist at all.
And you liked it?
I think so.
Bombs? Just the bombs?
Yeah, I like blowing stuff up. But compared to, I frequently end up playing like paladins and clerics and stuff like that. It was a nice kind of break.
Good branch out. Okay, and so I don't know how much you've been following the blog and everything else.
All the blog.
All the blog. So what is the change that you are the most excited for? Like that you think is going to be the biggest improvement?
I would probably go with just the action system overall, because of how much that's going to change the base mechanic. With everybody's going to have their own toys, and that's going to happen regardless of the system. I think the way they're doing skills is nice and clean.
Okay.
But I think the biggest noticeable change is going to be with this 3 action and that's it kind of mechanic. I think that's where we're going to see the biggest overall kind of mindset change.
Yeah, having to refocus, and it's kind of the same as Starfinder, the change of the 5-foot step being an action,
Yeah. You want to step? That's great. That's an action. But it's going to count against your actions. So, I think that's something that I actually kind of like better about this even than Starfinder. Like, I love the way that Starfinder, kind of took the base 3.5, 3.75, 3x mold and kind of made it their own. This is taking it like a step further out.
Awesome.
And I think it's a good step. And I'm very, very looking forward to all of it.
Great. So I'm going to guess there with your previous or your final statement there. So seal of approval?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, you guys heard it here, and we're going to be covering some more news here, so stay tuned. Welcome, Pathfinders. I'm here with Nathan and Preston from Spokane. They've come out to PaizoCon here, and we're going to ask a couple of questions. So what have you guys thought about the con so far?
I've enjoyed it, as I do every year.
Yeah. How many of the PaizoCons have you gone to?
This will be I think we figured it out, was number 6.
It's number 6 for you and number 3 for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So is it the whole family plays, or is it just you two guys?
All but my sister.
Yes.
So him, me, and my mom.
Oh, well, hopefully she'll get into this at some point. And, just got to keep pushing.
Not likely.
Not likely happening.
Not likely.
Okay, well, of course, the big news from this PaizoCon is 2nd edition.
Yes.
Have you guys gotten a chance to play it yet?
Yes.
I haven't, but I got the chance to listen to Glass Cannon playing through Crypt the Everflame with those rules.
Awesome. So what are you most excited about for 2nd edition?
The possibility to be able to play with Goblin in Society.
Society Goblins, all right.
Yeah.
How about you?
I've only had just a small taste of it, so I really can't put my finger on how what I'm looking forward to and what I'm not, because I just don't have enough information to work off of.
Okay, well, I guess let me rephrase it. What do you think they need to fix the most?
Right now, I'm actually liking it. I'm what I've actually got to play of it. I actually like how they're going with it. I like the direction.
Awesome. Well, then, yeah, that's going to be it for that. And thank you guys so much for stopping to talk to us. Here with James from the Bay Area of California. So how are you liking the con so far, James?
I'm liking it a lot. This is my first time here.
First time. What brought you here the first time?
Well, I've been doing Pathfinder for a long time. I'm the VL for the East Bay. And I decided, hey, I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. It seemed like a lot of fun everyone else was playing it up. I get to meet some people, hang out with some people.
Awesome. You've been enjoying it so far?
I have. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, you have a chance.
I've been trying all sorts of fun games, that non-organized games, just like extra random stuff.
Disorganized games.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. with some of the writers like Mark Moreland, and I get to do
awesome.
another one with Thirsty tomorrow. And
Oh, great. Yeah, I've actually gotten to play with Thurston Hillman before, and he is a blast. So you're going to be in for a treat there. So you've gotten a chance to play second edition.
I have not.
You have not.
No.
Are you looking forward to it?
I am. I did get to see some of the seminars today.
Okay.
And,
Out of what you've heard, anything that's exciting you?
let's see here. There was some stuff on how they're doing the classes that looked nice. Some of the stuff on the resonance has me a little skeptical, but
I think it's got a lot of people skeptical.
yeah. But a lot of the other stuff sounds really exciting, and I'm glad to see some new stuff. I do have concerns about what it's going to do to organized play, how we're going to go forward with that afterwards.
I do understand that there are, I think it's four society scenarios that they're putting out with the playtest.
Yeah.
And one of those I actually got a chance to play, the Quest series that they're doing, which was a lot of fun. So hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun for
Okay.
you guys too.
Yeah.
So anything that you think that needs improvement going from first to second? I would accept just the grapple rules because that tends to be mine.
Actually, the one that I brought up at the seminar today was the mounted combat rules.
Oh yeah, I was actually there behind you. So, well, yeah, hopefully they clarify all of that, and it looks great. So, yeah, thank you again, James, and till next time, Pathfinders. I'm here with,
Lauren Coles.
And Kimberly Turriff.
and where are you folks from?
I'm actually from Richland, Washington. It's about 3 hours east of here.
Eatonville, Washington. 2 hours direction, please. South.
You guys are so lucky. We flow in from Dallas, so you guys are so lucky to be just around. In-state. Is this y'all's first PaizoCon?
No.
No? How many is it this time?
Third for
5
5?
ish.
third or fourth?
Third or fourth?
I've lost track.
Lost track?
Yeah.
How the heck
Okay.
have we
third.
kept missing you?
Somehow just lost in the. Well, I mean, it gets bigger every single year that we've been here. So, second edition, of course, the big news from this year. Have you guys had a chance to play test?
Reserving judgment.
Serving judgment.
So I'm excited about it. I went to the introduction to the playtest, and I also went to the how to do the playtest because I'm planning on running the playtest.
Oh, you're the GM.
Yep, I'll be the GM. I like how they are focusing a little more on narrative and less on the crunchy math mechanics. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I tend to GM a little bit more narratively.
Yeah.
And so it's nice that I won't have to stop and worry quite so much about all the bookkeeping.
Oh, fair enough. So I understand you're reserving judgment, but we can all admit, there are flaws with every role-playing system. So going into second edition from first edition, what would be the one thing that you'd most want to see changed?
Nothing immediately comes to mind. If they keep.
We don't talk about the grapple rules.
I actually don't have a problem with the current grapple rules.
Oh, I have to have the flowchart printed out on my GM screen. So.
What? It's not that difficult. I'm math challenged and I can still figure it out. We don't have any problems running grapple rules in my games. Of course, my players have a tendency to light themselves on fire, so it doesn't come up much. It doesn't come up much. But no, right now the only thing that really comes to mind that I find interesting is the way they're handling criticals, which unfortunately I don't know much about because I haven't had a chance to play it myself.
I know the system is basically a perfect 20 is a critical hit, a natural 1 is an obvious failure, and if you exceed your target's AC by 10 or more, it's an automatic critical as well. And if you miss your target by 10 or more, it's a critical failure.
I hadn't heard. What I did hear is that they've done this with Starfinder too. They've removed the need to back it up. Yeah.
Shane?
Wendy.
Where are you guys from?
Portland.
Portland? Oh, wow. Portland's great. I've only ever been there the once, but I loved it. So is this y'all's first PaizoCon?
Mine.
My second.
Second.
Yeah, this is like 5 years ago, so it's been a while.
Oh, okay, so you came, did the second edition kind of motivate you guys to come out, or is it just time?
We had the time.
Yeah, long Memorial Day weekend, so it's a good place to hang out for a couple of days.
Awesome. Have you guys got a chance to play second edition yet?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I like it. It's a lot less crunchy than first edition, and I don't know. I haven't really, it was only like 40 minutes, so it's kind of really fast to get everything in. But so far, I like it.
I think I like the action system. I hope that it will make battlefields more mobile and more dynamic because, as a fighter or if you get multiple attacks, you don't want to move. Moving is bad. But if you have the ability to move and still make multiple attacks, hopefully things are a little bit more dynamic.
Kind of like everyone has spring attack.
Kind of, yeah. I think it would be cool to see that. And with less attacks of opportunity, I think people will be more willing to move for positioning. And that's what I hope happens, but we'll see.
So you guys have obviously played first edition for a while, I'm assuming. So what is the one thing that you're most looking forward to seeing improved from first edition to second edition?
The feat tax. Yes.
You're not a big fan of having to have combat expertise for everything.
It's like even just like building a ranger, for example. Like maybe I don't know. It's just I don't have that many characters who have a lot of feats. I like to play spellcasters more, so I have less experience with like how taxing it is to get a lot of good feats. I have like a ranger, and I'm just like, I want all of these feats, but I don't have enough feats to get them just to get to the right one.
Even with the combat style feats, it's just not enough.
Well, the combat style feat definitely helps, like skip some of the prerequisite a little bit and get to like the better feats at a lower level. So it helps, but like you have to shoehorn yourself into a very specific class to want to do it.
How about you?
I mean, I kind of go back to I hope it's more mobile and dynamic, but I really like the critical system that they're implementing, and I didn't know I wanted it until I heard about it. I think having crit failures and having spells or abilities that when you crit fail, something bad happens to you.
Without having to use the critical fumble card.
Yeah, I think that's cool. So like you can build a spell with a critical effect, failure and success built into it. So it just gives you more options. Plus the action system, you can kind of power your spells up over a turn.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a change, it's things I didn't know I wanted, but having played with them a little bit, things I think will be pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much for doing the interview, and hoping we're all going to enjoy this preview banquet here and get some little spoilers coming up. So until next time, guys.
Thank you.